10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my...
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jay Ajayi, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
And that's another route the defenders would vote to take out of the game.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Gurley again here on first down. Room to run past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They'll pick up another first down with that run.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Goff now to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
We know it's tough enough to pick up first downs on 3rd down plays, but when you go for it on 4th down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Now it's Goff. this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. To throw is gone. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Here's Goff. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage. So on 4th down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. This will be taken short. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. A CD looking ahead for Philadelphia. They will have a Week 9 bye, and at the midway point, they're 4-4. At 500 after a 6-point win last week against Jacksonville, but that wasn't an easy game. They almost blew that ball game in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and they've had their struggles in the 4th quarter this year. Remember earlier this season on the road at Tennessee, blew a lead there and lost the ball game in overtime. Then at home recently against Carolina, 17-0 lead in the 4th quarter, lost that one in regulation. So they absolutely had to exhale at the end of this one and say, okay, we got one. This is good. We're back to even. And now they head into an open week before they get a division rival, the Dallas Cowboys. They're going to have to try and make a big push now. Washington sprinting ahead in that division.
Yeah, the Redskins 5-2 and on top. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. He's able to find Wallace. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards on the play.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Wentz now on 1st down. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Goff. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Now before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To the air again. Gone. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Throwing again is Goff. Toward the sideline, he will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. He's got his 1st catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Goff now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And Zuerlein's kick is good. So we've hit intermission. It's rolling to quarter 3. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. He's going to left, and that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Philly. 61 yards. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Throwing now is Wentz. That is incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense, but in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass, excellent job. Way to knock it down.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Shotgun now for Wentz. And now look at him go. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, LA. So from one end zone all the way to the other.